Hey everyone, it's Aaron Hughes. Wow, I got something really cool that I want to show you. This is really actually kind of emotional for me, and I want to share it with you. But first, I'll tell you how I stumbled over it. Last year, I moved from my house to my condo, and I brought a box of files with me. Of course, most of my stuff is digitized and archived online in the cloud and whatnot. But I had this one box of files, old stuff that for whatever reason hadn't been digitized before I moved. And, maybe it was stuff I was gathering around the house or stuff that I didn't know what to do with or papers that were coming in while I was getting ready to move. So lots of things piled into this box, and I just need to go through it and sort it and throw some things out and file other things online or whatever. And I came across this one piece of paper that I want to show you. And this paper, it looks like this. You can see it's kind of a pattern, and if I brought it in closer, you can see it is business cards, black and white business cards on cardstock that I probably printed off of my printer, brought to Staples and had them photocopy. And then the plan was there's little crop marks here. Plan was probably to use a paper cutter and cut them off. In fact, I know I did, and this one is just a full sheet that I didn't get around to. But this was my first business that I started in 1999, and I was fresh out of college. I worked one day at a job and hated it and left and never went back. And I knew I couldn't work for someone else. I had to work for myself from that one day experience. And so I went out and I registered a company and I started this business. And the business was called uh, Inkling Writing Services. Inkling Writing Services. And I offered writing and editing, layout and publishing, other products and services. Call Aaron at the number I had at the time, and a clip art typewriter. Wow, this is so crazy. Um, so what happened with this business is I started it and I made all kinds of mistakes. I had no idea what I was doing. And I didn't have like a lot of resources like books or mentors or coaches or anything. I was just trying things, just figuring it out, failing over and over and over again. And it had its peaks and valleys. And eventually it did fail. I couldn't sell my services well enough. I couldn't price them. I couldn't figure out how to monetize pieces of it. The internet was just starting. Oh man, it was just kind of rolling out to the public, and people were figuring out how it worked. And I couldn't get my business past maybe I think 1999 to like basically the middle of 2001. And I had to shut it down and go find a real job, which I did from 2001 to 2005. And then I restarted my writing company, different name than Inkling, but restarted it. And uh, what do you know? It actually took off from in 2005 and did really well. I built up a marketing agency and a team, and amazing things came from that experience. My marketing agency turned into real estate investing copywriter. I wrote a couple of books. I got my MBA. I met Mike and Jennifer, who are now my business partners. We started FuDog Group. So a lot of things are really amazing now, and I can trace it all the way back to this failed business in 1999 and to Inkling Writing Services. Wow, that is so crazy. And I think it's such a great lesson here as I look through this and think of all these different emotions that I had of like fear and pride and struggle and success and failure and all these different things that was happening. The one big lesson that came back to me is like I didn't know any better, and I was just blundering my way into a business. And yes, it failed after a couple of years, but it was the stepping stone to something bigger and better, and turned out really amazing now. But it all started because I was willing to try without even knowing what I needed to do. I see a lot of people who have goals and aspirations to do something, but they just get ready to start. They get stuck at that ready to start phase instead of just stepping in and making mistakes and even failing and then trying again. And this this piece of paper, I'm going to save it. I'm going to put it back into the box and or put it somewhere else and save it because it reminds me that we shouldn't wait. We shouldn't get stuck in the getting ready to start mode. We should just get in with both feet, jump in and be willing to fail, be willing to try over and over and over again because the things that you love and that you stick with and that you're willing to fail at can become something amazing if you figure them out and get mentors and learn and be willing to try new things. Amazing things can happen from it. So Inkling Writing Services, that was my first business, and it was the stepping stone to something really, really amazing. So just think that whatever you're maybe scared of trying right now is a stepping stone to something even more amazing in the future. All right, everyone. I hope that was as inspiring for you as it was for me to look at this old sheet of paper. Have an amazing day.